Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, drivers working for the Uber Eats delivery service have staged a protest over what they say is dwindling pay. Some self-employed staff claiming they risk not earning the minimum wage. Earlier this month, staff at another food delivery firm, Deliveroo, went on strike over a new payment model. So is this another casualty of what they're calling the gig economy? Asad Beg reports.
In a park in East London, angry delivery drivers gather for a modern protest. The tactics, posters and slogans are familiar. The target is new, the gig economy, only made possible in the last few years through smartphone apps.
We get an order, it pings on the screen, we click it, order gets accepted.
Okay.
Then we have a pickup location for the restaurant, which we're not paid for, but we make our way to that restaurant. From onwards that point, starting the trip to the drop-off location, that's what we're paid for.
Then it's off to Uber's offices in Convoy. Drivers are paid £3.30 per delivery, plus £1 per mile, from which Uber Eats takes a 25% service charge. Until August 19th, they were paid an extra £5 per delivery throughout the day. Now, they only get extra during peak hours, £4 a delivery at lunch, £3 at dinner. Drivers say they have seen a huge drop in their wages, and that's why they're taking this protest to Uber's offices in South London. They are asking for the London living wage, but as technically they are self-employed, minimum wage legislation does not apply.
One of our brothers, he was there for about 10 hours, but he only went home with £9. Now, how is that fair on him?
Every day I log in at 11:30 and I stay logged in until 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
In the evening?
In the evening. As the job comes in, I go to it.
So you're doing what, 10 hours?
Full 10 hours. I'm logged in. I'm available to work for full 10 hours.
In 10 hours you make £34?
£34. As you can see here, £34.
Uber Eats paid large sums and bonuses to recruit drivers from rivals when they began, but wages have dropped since. Parent company Uber is valued at over $60 billion, but made a $1.2 billion loss in the first half of this year, partly because of this tactic, aggressively subsidizing services to gain market share.
When they are able to do more deliveries per hour, they're able to make more in actual fares and less in incentives. So we restricted the incentives or reduced the incentives last week. Now, thankfully, since then, actually courier payouts are up 10% versus the previous week and well above the living wage.
These drivers are clearly upset, though. We've seen some of their wages on the phone, and they've earned £34 in a day for 10 hours.
Sure, so I think on a one-to-one basis, we absolutely welcome couriers to come talk to us so we can help to understand why their earnings aren't kind of at the average level and ways that they can improve them. From our perspective...
As we're doing the interview, the protesters arrive. Okay, I think they've kind of figured out you're here. Are you going to be talking to them now?
I think we should probably clean up.
Shame on you! Hey, you want to know what's going on? Shame on you! Work, isn't it? Back to work!
The gig economy may be new, but it hasn't created a bright new future in industrial relations.
That's the Beg reporting.
I've been getting away with it all my